Bitter criticism. Beautiful cloud formation today. Well, it's too. You cannot see on the video. You cannot see in the video because it's just too. It's too much. It's too far away. Too far away from this lens. You know, I put this lens to be closer to the cell phone, to the microphone. But over there, you cannot see. But there's a mountain. The Playa Laguna Verde mountain. There's a cloud over the mountain. It's kind of interesting. I don't know what's that in geology, I guess. Is that geology? Is that geology? Pretty ignorant. Well, these people, they're kind of physical science. Interesting. It's interesting, dude. Well, and now I'm going to record the bitter criticism on journalism, bitter criticism. I don't know what to say previously, beforehand, but we have a situation here with this illegal immigrant, such a well, this boy needs some socializing. Let's pray for Noah. Pray for Noah. Pray for Noah. That's it. I'm pretty sure it's doing okay. The camera is fine. What do you want here with me, Noah? You know who is not here? Luna. Luna is missing. Luna is kind of happy. You know, the more the dog is outside in the wilderness, so this is not the wilderness. Maybe across the road it is wilder, but here is fine. So Russia Today. So the hot topic of the moment. The topic of this very moment is Durov. Pavel Durov. August 26. August 26, 2024. Macron comments on Durov's arrest. Macron comments on Durov's arrest. The French president has claimed that the Telegram founder detention is due to an ongoing judicial investigation and is not political. Judicial investigation. Nobody believes Macron. Nobody likes him. French President Emmanuel Macron in a photograph. French President Emmanuel Macron has denied any political motive for Saturday's arrest. Of Telegram founder and CEO Pavel Durov in Paris. Writing on X on Monday, Macron insisted that Durov's arrest, quote, is in no way a political decision and took place as a part of an ongoing judicial investigation in which the judges will ultimately decide the entrepreneur's fate. Quote, France is more than anything attached to freedom of expression and communication, to innovation and to the spirit of enterprise, Macron wrote. Bullshit, you know? I know YouTube will not read this, but it's bullshit, YouTube. I don't know a synonym for bullshit, because you know the West is canceling Telegram, TikTok, canceling everything. So I guess I guess if the West is the land of freedom, I wonder. Macron wrote, adding that in a state governed by the rule of law on social networks as in real life, freedoms are exercised within a framework established by law to protect citizens and respect their fundamental rights. Quote, it is up to the justice system in complete independence to ensure that the law is respected, the president said. The 39-year-old Russian, Pavel Durov, the 39-year-old Russian who also holds citizenship in France, the UAE, and St. Kitts and Nevis, was detained by French authorities after his private jet landed in Paris on August 24 after flying from Azerbaijan. See, the guy was rich, has a private jet. So IT field is I guess is nice. The exact charges the tech entrepreneur could face are still unclear, but media reports suggest that his arrest warrant was issued by France OFMIN, an agency tasked with combating violence against minors in order to conduct a probe into alleged fraud, drug trafficking, cyberbullying, organized crime, and promotion of terrorism. I will comment one thing or two after this article. According to the French media, Durov's detention is likely related to alleged complaints against Telegram, particularly his refusal to moderate content on the platform and preventing it from being used by criminals. Telegram, for its part, has insisted that the company is in full compliance with EU laws and content moderation policies, and call it absurd to claim that Durov was responsible for the misuse. Durov was responsible for the misuse of the platform by bad actors. Who knows? I guess not. Oh, Durov has a girlfriend, but before the girlfriend, I will say this comment. Almost forgetting. Well, yeah, you know, the West is using these NGOs. I guess these NGOs are against anything, against childish abuse. In this case, isn't it? Children abuse. Well, of course, it's very touching, but you know, the West uses this wokeism, I would not say just wokeism, but this emotionality, you know, this emotionality. I guess this is the sign of the West. Well, I was at school today. I like this teacher. I'm not making a criticism against my professor because he is a good professor. I like him. The question is, he brought us some exercise from about an exercise about some racism on a restaurant on the United States. There was a Hispanic woman not talking English with his daughter who speaks English very well. Well, they were migrants, and there was an actor, like a Trump supporter, you know. That's the question. This guy was a totally Trump supporter, understand? He was like, I will not say fascist, but nationalist. far right, understand? But the question is, social is not so simple, you know. This guy obviously is a Trumpist. He was racist against this mom and daughter. The mom was talking Spanish in a restaurant, and this guy started complaining about that, you know. So this is a very folkloric character, you know, the American racist. So, well, there's a I'm not sure how to say how this kind of Manichaeism, I will say Manichaeism. This kind of Manichaeism in which, but there's a better word for Manichaeism. It's not just Manichaeism. Maybe false promise, false premise. Maybe this is a false premise. Well, the question is every single racist is a Trumpist? Maybe, you know, who knows? Maybe. The question is, politics in the US right now, politics in the world is not being so simple. Understand? You cannot say every single Trumpist is just a racist. Understand? There's a lot of more in the game. Mursi, venga aquí, venga, Mursi, Noah. Oh no, there's I'm sorry. We have a situation here. Noah. So I'll show a little bit the neighboring. Yeah. This will be a very special episode. I guess I will try to come back. Yeah, I will try to. But this dog Noah, he will fight all the dogs in the neighbor. Maybe not, but I hope not. But the question is, Mursi, she likes to go to dangerous places for Noah because she has boyfriends. Noah, ven aquí, Noah, aquí, venga. Noah is obedient. Look, such a bad business for you, Noah. I shit on you. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be together now. We will be together now. Not such a good ending for Noah's day here. But you know, Noah, you have to understand, Mursi doesn't love you. And again, I cannot show you the interesting cloud over the hills, not hills, mountain. Well, so the question is every single racist a Trumpist? Or no, it was wrong. Is every single Trumpist a racist? And there's more. There's social science, you know. Social science. There's a lot of consequences, you know, from the first premises. Is every single Trumpist a racist? And what else? Well, the social science gets really obscure, gets really obscure and tricky. What's the problem of being a racist? Is being a racist the worst thing in social science? I would say social science, but is being a racist the worst thing in the world? Because what we call world is the human experience in the world. So we can say in the world as human science or mankind, you know. No, the question, my answer is no, of course not. The worst, well, this, if, let's understand the fascists. Yeah, we should understand fascists, because world is not so simple as there's people, there's fascists and there's non-fascist people. That's not the question, you know. That's not the world. And why not? Because there were people who are fascist, and what are fascists? They are, yeah. So I will start. I said this before. In the exercise, we had to answer a short answer, a short phrase, but I guess that's impossible in human science, in life, you know. Well, the Trumpist people, Trump supporters, they suffer too, you know. They suffer because they are poor. And why they are poor? Because of plutocracy. That's the short answer. Because of plutocracy. So Trump supporters, maybe they are maybe evil. Yeah, they are maybe evil. But you know who is really evil? The banks. You know, the banks. Ben Norton, this guy, I don't remember, geopolitical analysis and something. He may say Trump and Kamala Harris, they are the very same candidate. Back in 1 month ago, he said Biden and Trump, but well, Kamala Harris and Trump, and so on. But I guess there's some differences, you know. There's some differences. Trump is not so close to the industrial military complex, and that's a big issue. That's a big issue because the Palestinian genocide, for example, or the war in Taiwan and Philippines against China, it not started, and I hope not. But who is behind this? Deep state, the U.S. deep state wars, forever wars. Kamala Harris, the Democrats, yeah. So they are very, very worst. They are so worse than Trump, in my opinion. So this stupid, poor nationalist Trumpist guy in a restaurant, abusing, bullying a Latin woman. He is not so bad at all. He's like a victim, in my opinion. He's poor. He's a victim, and well, of course he has agency. He can do bad things, of course. But in my opinion, banks did to the American people so much worse things. And you cannot fix all these capitalism tragedies, I will say, because people in the US, they are not achieving, they are not getting housing, they cannot pay house anymore, you know. They are without house, they are homeless, and etc. So the banks are the worst problem. Capitalism. Well, there's even more. Why? So in order to start a fight, or to position yourself pro or con a situation like that one, well, I will say, yeah, the problem of that guy, he said a lot of things like Hispanic people, foreigners are taking American jobs, and that woman don't even speak English well. My opinion is not related, you know. If somebody take your job, there is no direct relation with the language he speaks, you know. It can be a high specialized foreigner word and not needing to speak English, and that's it. it could happen, you know. IT technology, for example. And what else? Uh, Maybe I will study IT, but I guess that field is not being so great by these days. Well, long story short, Karl Marx himself has a famous quote, so famous I don't need to find it to tell you. Karl Marx said back in the American-Mexican War. I'm not even sure if there was a war called like that, American-Mexican War, or maybe American-Spanish War. Anyway, Marx said it will be progressive. It will be better for Marxism, for the people. Mexico to lose. You know why? Because Latin culture and there I will get very tricky, very tricky, because as I said, this Trump guy, he doesn't have a logic thinking, and so neither the I don't know, the Kamala Harris supporters neither, you know what Kamala Harris said after this argument about the banks, about the financial system, the forever war she supports. What Kamala Harris will say that well, people said that those foreigners work hard in the U.S. That's fine, but the question is, domestic politics and policies in Mexico and Latin America, they are not, you cannot defend that neither, you know. That's the question. You cannot defend any Latin American countries' policies. They are terrible, you know. They're just giving away natural resources, you know. There's no development. There's terrible jobs, just misery, understand? So that's it. You cannot defend all this. There's a lot of social science problems here, you know. Maybe back in Karl Marx times, capitalism was really progressive. That's for sure. Nowadays, it's not anymore. Nowadays, China is capitalist, you know. If you use the word capitalism as the earlier stages of capitalism, the improvement of workforce, or work factors, you know, the improvement of work, of the improvement of factors of production, you know. So nowadays China is capitalist, and the United States is just the end of a cycle, you know. Is the end of a cycle. And well, of course, I by myself, if I saw a guy, a nationalist guy, a Trumpist, saying something like that to a woman, I will say, hey guy, your argument about Hispanic people taking your job is not the poor people from Global South guilt. It's not guilt. I forgot the word, but it's not their fault. Yeah, it's not their fault. It's plutocracy, you know. America should create more jobs. That's it. It's simple like that, you know. Yeah, maybe you know, this protectionism stuff. I was listening to a good podcast. I don't remember now the name of the podcast, but I know this podcast said that 4 centuries ago, something like that, 4 centuries ago, the English Empire, the British Empire, was protectionist against the Netherlands, the Netherlands people, the Holland. The British Empire was protectionist to protect their not just the jobs, but the market itself. And well, as the as the English Empire won the war, a war, or I don't know what, as the British Empire won the hegemon, they stopped being protectionist. They started to being liberal. Understand? Because they were controlling everything. So the control was a good business for Britain. And that's how they started to be against protectionism, of course, understand? So protectionism, the two categories here are protectionism and liberalization, we'll say, liberalism. Protectionism and liberalism. The same thing happens to America. As America won the hegemon, they started to be liberals, completely liberals. And the same is happening now with China. And the quote from this podcast was, I don't remember the podcast, unfortunately, but something like Neutrality Studies, a great channel, I remember now, Neutrality Studies, maybe like that. Or Dialogue Works too, but I guess it was this time, it was Neutrality Studies. Well, right now, the US and the EU, but the US is being, I forgot now, protectionist against China. Understand? So what can we say? Well, the case is that Trump says this: if China wants to sell electric cars to America, they will have to pay 100 in tax. The same price, the double. They have to double the price. And that's it. So China just won. The world is full of Chinese machinery. I guess my first car will be a BYD someday. I don't know when, but definitely an economic electric vehicle to travel with my dogs. So, and that was the whole question. So not a short answer for sure. Not a short answer. So the great question on debates is that nobody has the full, depending on your arguments, depending on the coherence in your speech, in your argument, in your full argument, in your lines, if all is correct and you have good arguments, you are right. The best thing in these cases is to prevent the future, what is really happening and why America has no jobs, why the global south has no jobs, why people from global south migrate to America. My opinion, because they don't read the papers. My opinion is that because they don't read the papers, because they don't study enough, they don't study enough. And what else? Why China is doing so well? Because of Marxism, because Karl Marx really studied capitalism, because Marx really understood capitalism. Anyway, so let's move on to what's happening in. And there's a lot of people are not having kids in France or in the West, so people are dying. It's so sad anyway. So the future is Africa. Future is China and Africa. That's the future, So my advice is to learn Chinese and, well, English of course, but make good friends with Africans, because they are young, they are the future, and I don't know, that's it. And move to have kids with an African beautiful woman. Anyway, August 26, 2024, Home World News. Woman traveling with Pavel Durov, name it. Julia Vavilona. She's beautiful. Look, she looks like a beautiful classmate I love. I'm sorry. Julia Vavilova, a 24-year-old crypto enthusiast, has reportedly been arrested in Paris along with the founder of Telegram. Why? She's beautiful. Don't arrest her. Instagram, Julie. I will definitely follow her. But this is interesting. Why she's arrested? Instagram, Julie Vavilova. Julie Vavilova. I'll say. Julia Vavilova, who accompanied Telegram founder Pavel Durov to France, has been detained by local police along with the Russian entrepreneur, according to several media reports. Vavilova, who describes herself as a crypto coach and streamer from Dubai, has been spotted with Durov on multiple occasions and was on the private jet with him when they landed in Paris, media outlets have claimed. The Russian tech mogul, who is also a citizen of France, the UAE. Oh no, he's talking about Pavel Durov, was arrested after his private jet landed in Paris Le Bourget airport on Saturday. He is reportedly being accused of failing to curb criminal activities on his platform. Durov and Vavilova have not made their relationship public, however. Their frequent appearances together suggest a close relationship. I will definitely have a close, exclusive relationship with Vavilova. Vavilova's posts on social media indicate that she was recently in the same countries at the same time as the Telegram founder, including Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Azerbaijan. My favorite is Kazakhstan. The woman, who has more than 22,000 followers on Instagram, also posted stories from what is believed to be Durov's private jet, along with several pictures of herself when she was reportedly together on the gym. No, I'm sorry, with the entrepreneur in Paris. But who knows? I guess she do gym. I guess he work out. The timing of their arrival in the French capital and the subsequent arrest was led to widespread speculation about Vavilova's role in Durov's detention. Some reports circulating online alleged that Vavilova might have unintentionally or even deliberately attracted the attention of authorities with her numerous posts disclosing Durov's location. Maybe, who knows? Her Instagram bio claims she speaks four languages: English, Russian, Spanish, and Arabic, and interests in gaming, crypto, languages, and mindset. I'm almost like that, but I don't like too much gaming. But who cares about me? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Telegram, which was approximately 1 billion active monthly users, was created by Durov and his brother in 2013 in Russia. The entrepreneur left Russia in the mid-2010s and settled in Dubai. He was granted French citizenship in 2021. Commenting on Durov's arrest, Telegram announced on Saturday that the company complies with EU laws and content moderation policies, adding that it is absurd to claim that Durov is responsible for misuse of the platform by bad actors. Many Russian politicians condemned Durov's arrest, with some suggesting that it could be politically motivated. Multiple public figures in the West, including journalist Tucker Carlson and entrepreneur Elon Musk, have also spoken out in Durov's defense. I guess it's time for Daniel Jadue. No, it's too early. You know, I just read two articles, and I will reiterate this. I like the teacher, you know. I like the teacher, but it's not that simple, you know. is not simple at all. And well, and what the normal people will do against this guy, and what people do actually is call the police, you know. And that's a I guess that's a mistake, because unemployment rates will still higher, will still be high. I will read this. This is like a cultural day. So, police will not solve unemployment. Understand? So this guy, this Trump supporter, is complaining about unemployment. But if this guy is jailed, if these people is jailed, there will be no employment, you know. That's it. Will be the employment rate will be high because of capitalism, because of plutocracy, because this is not capitalism. Yeah, it's plutocracy, because plutocracy is different from capitalism. China is capitalist. It's great. There's jobs, there's opportunities, there's development. It's progressive. But the United States is just I guess it's just a wasteland of all the type of junkies, financial junkies, drug junkies, all kind of junkies. Anyway, August 26, 2024, home entertainment. Foo Fighters slammed Trump. The rockers did not give the former US president permission to use their track My Hero, while the former president's team claimed they have the rights to use the music. We have a photograph. Foo Fighters frontman Dave, frontman Dave Grohl. That's it. Rock band the Foo Fighters has vowed to donate cash to U.S. President Kamala Harris. Has vowed to donate cash to Vice President Kamala Harris' election campaign after Donald Trump used one of their songs at a rally last week without their permission, according to a statement by the band's representatives. Last Friday, during an event in Glendale, Arizona, the Trump campaign played the track My Hero to welcome Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who reiterated his endorsement of the former president. In a statement to USA Today on Sunday, a representative of the band said that they had not been asked by the Trump campaign for permission to use the song, and that had they been, quote, they will not have granted it. The band also posted several messages on X reiterating that they did not allow Trump to use the song. In a statement shared with the independent news outlet, a spokesperson for the band stated that, quote, appropriate actions are being taken against the Trump campaign, and that any royalties received as a result will be donated to the Harris campaign. Meanwhile, Trump's campaign has insisted that despite the band's dismissal, it has a license to use the track during public events. The Independent has also stated that it has seen the documents appearing to confirm that the campaign had indeed licensed the song from BMI's Song Viewer Service. The Trump campaign's spat with Foo Fighters comes after Celine Dion also had issues with the former president's use of her song earlier this month during a rally in Montana. During the event, Trump's team played Dion's popular My Heart Will Go On track from the Titanic film. Quote, in no way is the use authorized, and Celine Dion does not endorse this or any similar use. And really, that song, a statement shared on the singer's Instagram page said, well, why they just do a cover? I'm not sure about the details about, but Trump should hire another band to do a cover, you know. a cover from the song. You know, I guess I do support Trump. I'm not a American nationalist. I understand what I support Trump because Kamala Harris represent the deep state of America. You know, deep state of America can kill me right now. I guess they have, I don't know what they have. You know, they can kill me right now with a missile, with a tomahawk. You know, so the best business for myself, for Chile, for Global South, for the world is Trump, because Trump is versatile. Trump is versatile. It's not a doll. It's not a muppet. Understand? Kamala Harris is a full muppet. It's a completely muppet from the war, from the industrial complex, military, from war. You know. Anyway, you know who is detaining Daniel Jadue right here in Chile? Kamala Harris, the deep state. That's it.
Quiero hablar, por ejemplo, el caso de Héctor Yaitul. En el Código Penal, los delitos por los cuales acaba de ser condenado Héctor Yaitul tienen penas asociadas, ¿no? Y podrían haber sido juzgados con la misma dureza, pero sin poner la ley antiterrorista como marco para este análisis. Porque cuando uno no entiende, y esto ayer yo vi un video de muchas autoridades de gobierno antes de ser electa, que hablaban de la relación con Gualmapu, que hablaban de que no había que criminalizar la lucha del pueblo mapuche, que teníamos una deuda histórica, porque además como Estado hemos reconocido genocidio contra los pueblos originarios de este territorio. Hemos reconocido que además les robamos sus tierras, que fuimos y que dejamos sin efecto un acuerdo y tratados que son tratados internacionales, con ese estatus tienen, ¿no? Y nos fuimos apropiando de todos sus territorios. Y hoy día agarramos una lucha que es reivindicativa, que no niego que puedan incurrir en delitos, pero que cuando uno le pone, ¿no?, la ley antiterrorista, que antes eran todos contrarios a la ley antiterrorista en nuestro sector, y hoy día la defienden y la aplauden. Yo digo, miren, el tema de Gualmapu tiene que resolverse de manera política, a través de entender la deuda histórica que tenemos con los pueblos originarios, y no podemos seguir criminalizando una lucha por la recuperación de los derechos del pueblo mapuche. O sea, este es un tema profundo. Vuelvo a reiterarlo. Acatamos los dictámenes de la justicia. Pero si aquí no entendemos que esto es un tema que solo va a seguir creciendo en el tiempo si no lo abordamos de una vez y para siempre, y no criminalizando la justa causa del pueblo mapuche, yo creo que vamos por un camino que es complejo.
Y lo acatamos con 45 o con 44 horas laborales, Daniel Jadue. Llevándote a otro tema.
Mira, Recoleta desde el año 2019 que intentó instalar en la comuna de Recoleta para todos los trabajadores que eran código del trabajo, efectivamente la jornada de 40 horas. Tenemos hasta el día de hoy numerosos problemas con Contraloría, porque la ley que se sacó con todas las concesiones que se le hicieron a la derecha, de que esto fuera efectivamente en 5 años, por lo tanto que esto de que son 12 minutos, no la trampa del almuerzo, sino que tú podís, como hoy día de 1 hora son 12 minutos diarios, ¿no? No da cuenta. Y nos perdemos la posibilidad, que la vivimos en Recoleta. Cuando nosotros implementamos la jornada de 40 horas, César, bajaron ostensiblemente la cantidad de las licencias de nuestros trabajadores y trabajadoras. Pero además, aumentamos la productividad, mejoramos la calidad de vida de las familias, y tuvimos una mucho mejor relación con las y los trabajadores. Pero nosotros conocemos a los grandes empresarios de este país y a los líderes que hoy día se quejan, ¿no?, y están muy interesados en hacer fracasar al gobierno del presidente Gabriel Boric, porque solo no ven la evidencia, porque en la evidencia el país está bastante mejor que lo que ellos dicen.
It's interesting how Chile has changed since Gabriel Boric. Since Gabriel Boric, this is from 4 months ago. So in 4 months ago, Gabriel Boric changed a lot, you know. Well, this is a weak country, Chile. There's no social base, you know, there's no social strength, zero social strength. People, workers, they are most of them, they are informal workers. It's a pretty strange country because somehow you survive, understand? Somehow you find something to do, but overall, there's just the ruling elite. The ruling elite controls everything. You can elect a left president. They will be controlled by the elite. The elite put a guy like Daniel Jadue, a former candidate for presidency, in jail because of nothing, because they won, you know. And there's no turmoil, nothing, no turmoil at all. This is because I guess the land is not so rich because of the monopoly of mining, you know. There's a lot of money in mining, but mining is something you cannot do by yourself, you know. You cannot, well, by myself I cannot mine, you know. I cannot explore the mineral resources. So just the very, very rich multinational companies can do it. Other than that, people walk dogs. Anyway, so I'm going to show you something interesting here, and I will explain next time. So people are here. I guess they don't want me here next to the tower. They don't want me here next to the tower. That's why they put me shit water, look. But I made a campaign here, a page called Playa Ancha Sin Aguas Servidas. Playa Ancha, the name of the hill, the whole neighbor without wastewaters. And I won. But I guess this was artificial, you know. This was provoked against me. Maybe I'm paranoid, but I will show you the former shit water against me. I can.